So thinking more about this Higgs boson, there are four things that have stood out to me in what I've read about this discovery, which seem to have important implications. Now, the first one is that it seems to tap into what is a perennial human question, and that is, where do we come from? Now, people have always asked this question. Religions have had various ways to wrestle with that question. All the religions have creation stories which are pre-scientific, usually quaint attempts to understand where we've come from. Now, what I take from the creation stories is the fact that people have always wrestled with this question. They haven't had the answers, they just wrestled with that big question. Now, the discovery of the Higgs takes us back to that same question again. Where do we come from? Now, there's a more important question even than where we come from, and it's a question that grows out of that. And that is, why are we here? Why do we exist? What's our purpose in life? And I believe if we trace back where we come from to the natural source of the Higgs field, then we get an incredible answer to why we're here. In other words, you can trace all of life, all people, no matter who we are, no matter where we come from, no matter what culture, all life, all human life, all species, back to this one field. Now that's just incredible. It means to me that what our purpose is to be here is to reclaim the unity that we began with. It all began as one, and we're all moving back to an experience of oneness. Now, the more we strip away the layers of fear and judgment that rule our life, the more we rediscover that oneness. Now, to me, the reason we're here is to rediscover oneness within ourselves, between, and with all of this that we're a part of. We're here to become more conscious of our connections, all the way back, all the way forward. All of it is one. So the first thing that I take from the discovery of the Higgs is that it allows us to wrestle in a new way with the big questions. Where do we come from and why are we here? The second thing that I find exciting about the Higgs is that it seems to give power to diversity. In other words, if before the Higgs, at the point of the Big Bang, if everything was complete sameness, just blobs of particles that without the Higgs had no diversity, now, a picosecond after the Big Bang, everything has life and everything has diversity. It's not all symmetrical. With the Higgs, now everything has its own, sometimes random pattern and order to it. This is incredibly liberating when you think about it, because diversity is something to be celebrated. If we're looking for unity, as I've suggested we are, then we find our unity in a celebration of diversity. In other words, we're not looking to be the same. We're looking to find our unity in the midst of difference, to celebrate the difference and find something else of a higher order that draws us together. And then the third thing that I love about this discovery of the Higgs is the power of weak connections. Now, it's the weak connections that give the sun power, if I understand it. And if I understand it, it's central to the operation of the Higgs field, the weak electromagnetic forces coming together. Now, I find this exciting again, because of course we should be enhancing our relationships with loved ones, with friends and family. But it's often the weak connections, the acquaintances, the people who are strangers, the people we don't even know, where so much of the gold comes in life. This is where the treasure comes, where we find new people who bring something to our life that we didn't know was possible. We give something to someone new and we didn't know we had it in us. These are the great moments. And again, the discovery of the Higgs points us to the power of connectedness, even those weak connections, even with those we don't even know yet. And then the fourth thing that I love about the Higgs, and I don't understand this in the slightest, is that people have suggested that it points to time travel and the existence of multiple universes. Now, like I said, I don't understand it, but I love the fact that we're talking about the possibility. You see, for me, even though I don't have a supernatural worldview, I love mystery, and I love possibility, and I love openness, and I love anything that drives us further into questions about life, into the possibility of life beyond what we understand now, so that we don't get locked into what we think we know as the whole. There's always more. There's always more mystery, and there's always more beauty to discover. Thank God for the Higgs boson that keeps us striving for more.